Have you been thinking about moving to Southern California? Maybe it's for a new job, to be closer to family, to enjoy better weather, or maybe you've always dreamed of living here. Whatever your reason is, moving to Southern California is exciting, but it can also be overwhelming. Most people spend months researching online, watching videos, scrolling Zillow, and trying to figure out where they should live. But here's the truth. The biggest mistakes people make usually aren't about choosing the wrong house. They're about choosing the wrong city, underestimating the cost of living, or simply not knowing what life is actually like once they get here. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through everything I think someone relocating to Southern California should know before packing up the moving truck. We'll cover housing prices, traffic, neighborhoods, weather, hidden costs, and some of the biggest mistakes I see people make. By the end of this video, you'll have a much better understanding of what living here is really like and hopefully feel a lot more confident about making your move. But first, who am I? If we haven't met before, my name is Chris Wall. I'm a realtor helping people buy and sell homes throughout Los Angeles County and Orange County. One of my favorite parts of this job is helping families relocate from out of state because I know how stressful moving can be. My goal is to make the process as simple and as smooth as possible for you. Now, why are people moving here? Every person I work with has a different reason for relocating. Some people get transferred here for work. Others are moving closer to children or grandchildren. Some are retiring. Others are simply chasing better weather and a different lifestyle. Whatever your reason is, your reason should actually determine where you buy. For example, if you're working near Irvine, buying a home an hour away in Los Angeles may save money up front, but you'll pay for it every day sitting in traffic. If you're retiring, your priorities might be completely different. Maybe you're looking for walkability. Maybe you want beach access. Maybe you're looking for a quieter community with less maintenance. Understanding why you're moving is one of the most important parts of choosing the right neighborhood. One of the biggest misconceptions people have before moving here is thinking Southern California is just Los Angeles. In reality, Southern California is made up of multiple counties, and each one has its own personality, lifestyle, and price points. On top of the cities with those counties are also vastly different. The two counties I help people relocate to most often are Los Angeles County and Orange County. Even though their neighborhoods feel very different, in Los Angeles County, you have communities like Lakewood, Long Beach, Cerritos, and Bellflower. These areas offer a wide variety of neighborhoods, from quiet suburban streets to vibrant coastal communities, often with easier access to downtown Los Angeles, the north, and major employers. Then, just a few miles south, you cross into Orange County, where you'll find cities like Huntington Beach, Irvine, Anaheim, Costa Mesa, and the city of Orange. Orange County generally has a different feel. Many people describe it as cleaner, newer, and a little bit more suburban, while Los Angeles County tends to be more diverse, more urban in many areas, and often offers a wider range of housing styles and price points. Neither county is better than the other. It really depends on your lifestyle. Do you want to be close to the beach? Do you need an easy commute to work? Are highly rated schools your top priority? Do you prefer a walkable downtown, or would you rather have a quiet neighborhood with a larger backyard? These are the questions I help my relocation clients answer, because choosing the right county and in the right city is often even more important than choosing the house itself. A home can always be remodeled, but you can't remodel your commute. You can't remodel your neighborhood. and you can't remodel your lifestyle. So, what does it cost to live here? Housing is obviously one of the biggest considerations. And yes, Southern California is expensive. But here's something many people don't realize. There isn't Southern California housing market. There are hundreds. $1 million home in one city may look completely different than $1 million home just 20 minutes away. Depending on your budget, you may be looking at condominiums, townhomes, single-family homes, duplexes, luxury properties, or new construction. But housing isn't the only cost you need to. You also have property taxes, homeowners insurance, HOA fees, utilities, state income taxes, higher gasoline prices, and vehicle registration, amongst other things. The good news, if you prepare for those expenses before moving, there won't be many surprises after you arrive. Now, if you want to go more in depth about those costs of moving, stay to the very end where I discuss how you could schedule a home buyer strategy session with me and we go into detail about the home buying process that is right for you. Now, let's talk about traffic. You've probably heard people joke about California's traffic. Honestly, some of those jokes are true. A 20-mile drive might take 25 minutes, or it might take over an hour, depending on where you are. That's why I spend almost as much time discussing commute times as I do discussing homes. Sometimes buying a slightly smaller home closer to work dramatically improves someone's quality of life. When relocating, think about where you'll spend your time, not just where you'll sleep. And here's a personal story. When I turned 18, I received my first jury summons letter. I was expecting the court address to be in Bellflower, the one closest to where I lived at the time in Lakewood. When I saw that it was in downtown LA, my heart sank as I had never been to LA City before. To me, 20 miles didn't seem so bad. However, I was quick to realize that it was over an hour drive away, another half hour looking for parking. I greatly underestimated how long it takes to travel the suburbs of Los Angeles to the great big city. I would hate for anyone else to go through that same experience. So, on to the next one. What is the weather really like? People imagine Southern California is 75 degrees every day no matter where you look, but it's not. The weather changes more than people expect. Beach communities stay much cooler than the inland cities can easily reach triple digits during the summer. And there's June gloom, Santa Ana winds, occasional heavy rain during the winter. But overall, the weather is one of the biggest reasons why people love living here. So we have to talk about that. Now, buying a home in California may be very different than where you're moving from. You'll hear terms like escrow, contingencies, disclosures, natural hazard reports, appraisals, inspections. The process can feel overwhelming. That's why I always recommend getting connected with a local lender first. Then we can build a strategy around your monthly payment rather than simply looking at the list prices. That approach usually leads to much better decisions. Now, here are the biggest mistakes I see people make. Here are a few mistakes I see over and over and over again. Number 1, choosing a home before choosing a city. Number 2, relying only on Zillow photos. 3, underestimating commute times. Number 4, not budgeting for taxes and insurance, which are both very high in Southern California. Now, number 5, trying to rush the process. Moving to another state is a huge decision. The more preparation you do now, the easier your transition will be. Now, if you're thinking about moving to Southern California in the next 6 to 12 months, I'd love to help. I offer a free relocation consultation where we will walk through your budget, commute, lifestyle, and the communities that best fit your goals. You'll also find a link in the description to download my free Southern California relocation guide, packed with neighborhood comparisons, moving checklists, budgeting tips, and resources to help make your move easier. Now, if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every week about living in Southern California, buying a home, and what it's really like to live in different cities across Los Angeles and Orange County. And before you go, let me know in the comments, what state are you moving from and what made you decide to move to Southern California? I read every comment, and your question might even inspire a future video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.